You should be able to log in, and I'm hanging up on Messenger.
Okay.
And you got to unmute yourself. And I think we're just always going to plan for me have to trim the beginning of these. I am going to start my timer now so I know how long we have. So yeah, we don't have to worry about being ready to go right away. All right. Does my sound still sound correctly?
Sound correctly.
Yeah.
It is not overbearing and echoey.
Yay. Yours sounds good too. All right. Are we ready to do this? How crazy is this?
We're never ready to do anything. What are you talking about?
All right. Maybe I'll hold up my finger so I know like where I'm supposed to trim it just on the visual. Also, I should try to look into the camera rather than down because it's up so high.
Don't forget to do the millennial pause.
Yes, good point. Always gotta do
You
that.
you have to do it.
Well, that all depends on like where I'm trimming it because I can trim it out. But I feel like it actually is more acceptable on YouTube. People don't care as much. It's just on TikTok they have such short attention spans.
Or we just leave the whole beginning in and let everyone laugh at us for being doofuses before we start.
I feel like we could do that on like subsequent ones. I don't know. Maybe we do leave it up. Why wouldn't we?
I don't know.
All
Because
right.
we're weird and awkward.
We are weird and awkward. Like this is us. All right, okay. And people know that they're getting into like an audiobook with commentary. So it should be, we could call this an audiobook with commentary unfiltered. And it's just whenever we start the Zoom meeting, this is just how it goes. So the visual cue could be for the people that want to skip forward to the actual beginning of it. Like when I'm like, okay, this is where I would like cut it if this is where we're going to start it. So people didn't want those first couple of minutes. I don't know. I'm lazy when it comes to video trimming. So I really don't want to trim these because I'd have to trim all of these. And do you know how many morning musing entries I've written? Like by the time that we get through all of them, we're talking about thousands of videos that I'd have to trim.
By the time we get through, you get through?
We're getting through it.
They
Okay.
will never.
Go ahead.
It's not an ending thing. You're just going to continue doing it. So we can't get through something that's ongoing.
But we can catch up.
Attempt.
Okay. All right. You know, it's 12:30 in the morning where I am, which means it's 2:30 in the morning where Amber is, and we're recording this for you. So I'm going to begin with the introduction, and here's my signal that we're starting. There we go. If anybody wanted a visual, that's it. So what did I do when Julia Cameron said not to let anybody read your daily pages and that maybe you shouldn't ever reread them yourself after you are you rereading if you wrote them or are you just reading them yourself? Okay. Well, she said don't read them, don't let anybody else read them. So I decided to publish mine, and that's what we're here to talk to you about today. So some people have called it inspirational, motivational, this wild journey that I've written about and documented. So here today, I'm with my editor and best friend, Amber, to talk to you about it. Don't take my word for it because I'm going to read you the introduction that Amber wrote for the first volume of my daily pages that I call My Morning Musings. So say hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber. I had to do it.
I know you did. I also like the other one that you did too. Do you remember
Seriously,
the?
help me. I'm under her desk. She won't let me out until I finish. Help me. Send help.
That one's good too. I appreciated them both. So yeah, you're humoring me there.
At
Okay,
least her feet don't stink. Oh, that would suck.
it's because I change my socks on a regular basis. That's actually the key to making sure that your feet don't stink. Is just change your socks frequently, multiple times a day if needed. So, all right, I'm going to read the introduction to my first volume of My Morning Musings, as written by Amber Kirkham, who is on the call with us today. And this is what she has to say about me and what I wrote. How scary is this? I haven't read this since I published this.
I have never read this.
You didn't proofread it. She's my proofreader. She should have proofread it after she read it. But she
I
let
told
me
you
do
if I did that, I would change it, and I didn't want to change it, so I left it alone.
that is fair. So I was the one that proofread her introduction. So if there's mistakes in it, that's actually on me. How do you introduce work by one of the most amazing humans ever met? Anyone? Anyone at all? No? Fine. I'll do it myself. You always do everything yourself, Amber. That's
Can't
your
help it.
it's your lot in life. Seriously, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I felt that if Tirzah was going to write things without constraint and share her deepest thoughts first thing in the morning, then I too should do this portion freestyle and in one sitting. So here it goes. When I first heard about the idea of morning pages, I didn't have any real thoughts on it. Over the years, I've kept journals and written diaries. It seemed to be along those lines. Then she tells us, me and a small group of friends we work closely with, that she's going to publish these private thoughts. That confession freaked me out a little bit. Like, how would I feel if the first thing on my mind every morning were shared with anyone interested enough to read them? The initial answer was probably not great. That's a lot of personal stuff to share with total strangers.
Facts.
And I share a lot,
Yes.
sometimes too much. Now, after reading many of these entries and planning to read every one she ever writes, I'm not so sure I feel the same way. Her first entry spoke to me immediately for multiple reasons. I too have struggled with mental and physical health issues. Reading about someone else with experiences similar to mine always resonates with me and makes me want to read more. Her open honesty was beautiful. Though I shouldn't be surprised, Tirzah is beautiful and kind inside and out. I did not pay her to do this, okay? I asked her if she would write an introduction. There was no payment involved in this part. I don't know what she's on, but she should share it. Another thing that,
Nothing.
huh?
Nothing. I am on zero. I'm on a chair. You can't have my chair though.
you're you're not going to share your chair.
No.
Rude. Another thing that really got me was how easy it was to see her in the words. Unlike her fiction work, these entries are like a window into who she is as a person. It's amazing how well you can get to know someone through their private thoughts. Knowing my friend was putting herself in a vulnerable position by sharing these morning pages made me uncomfortable at first. Now I fully support this and any future volumes. It is funny because you wrote this after you read all of these, but we read it first.
Right.
Let the readers get personal with her. She's one of the best humans I know. Why not allow others to see that too? Another thing that stood out to me right away was how quickly Tirzah shared her stubborn side. Right away, anyone reading this book will know that this woman plays by her own rules. It's one of the things I absolutely love about her. And I still do. This is
Right?
something that has just gotten stronger with time.
Yes.
She tells the reader, Cameron stresses that the morning pages aren't even to be read, not by anyone now, possibly not by you ever. Inside the book that she's publishing, that contains exactly what's not meant to be shared. I don't do well with rules like that. I look at some rules and it's like, this one's not for me. Anyway, I don't even know if this is what she expected when she asked me if I'd like to write an intro. Maybe it is. I can be predictable, but it's my continuous thought process about her in this series of morning pages. What goes through my mind when I think about reading this or telling others too. This book has so many hidden treasures and is a reflection of one of my dearest and closest friends. There are times when I've laughed with her, sometimes even at her. It's okay if I do that because I'm her girl. Yeah, right, you are. Better be.
Yes, ma'am.
A few things she says about me made me blush. Tirzah thinks too highly of me. I don't. Amber is seriously like one of the best people I've ever met.
Ha ha.
There are, lost my page. There are serious chats that will make you think and places that just flat out warm your heart. This book is an emotional roller coaster of blatant honesty from an author that has touched the lives of so many, even if she doesn't know it or see it. I can't wait to see what she puts in her next set of morning pages. This is followed by a note from Tirzah. I'm always looking for ways to support Amber and help her get more readers. If you're interested in checking out her stories, I would appreciate it a lot. Find them here. Linktree.com/Slias, SLIAS, and Huntress. So it's Slias and Huntress, and that link will be in the description if I remember to put it there. If not, leave me a comment so I can fix that. My favorite is Raining Embers because dragons, followed by The Wizard of Ooze and Oz. She quotes my story, The Enchanted Warlord, in that one. All right, so having read how many volumes of Morning Musings now? I mean, I haven't published yet as many as I've written. How true do you feel all of that is so far, Amber? How much smoke are you blowing?
Um, it might get more stressful along the way in some places, honestly, but I think that's because life became more stressful. Also, I didn't even know you wrote a note in there and added information about me. I have got to make a note and either like fix it so that I can set up the link tree I have set up with that exact thing and update my stuff, or I'm gonna have to get the sign in for that link tree that you made for me behind my back, woman, so you can share my stuff and update it myself because Bella no longer exists. That's what's on there.
This is true. Okay. That is a
Gotta
good
do that.
point. Is that this was written and published when we were publishing on a serial fiction platform by Amazon that was called Kindle Vella. So those are her Vellas, and we will have to update them. She does have books that are at least one, and then you were in some anthologies. So we'll get that updated. However, do look for those other stories to be coming out. And if you haven't heard of Raining Embers or The Wizard of Ooze and Oz to be released soon, please help me bother Amber about getting those done because those are really good stories that deserve to be published.
The first book in Raining Embers is actually the original version from Vella will be available on Inkspired for free, like permanently. I'm just leaving it there. So it's going to be there because I'm going to send everyone from my Kickstarter there to read the book before they back the rewrite.
Awesome. I love that. And I hope that I get to read that original edition on one of my YouTube channels.
Yeah, the editing one, we can actually start doing that since we have this set up now.
We do. We spent about an hour troubleshooting this before we got started. So we are ready to record so much. Yes.
Not tech savvy.
Yeah, I really look forward to reading Raining Embers, both on my editing channel and even on my fiction one where I want to read stories that I enjoy. And so if that one's going to be free, let's do it. Let's have an audio version of it.
Sounds good.
All right. Anything we want to add to this introduction? I feel like most of what I have to say applies to the first entry. So we ready to end this one and let people dive into that one next?
Yeah. Are we gonna keep doing it now, or do we need a new recording? Like, how you want to do that?
Yep, we're gonna end this one so that anybody watching has a clean video. And yeah, we're just gonna pop in and start a new one.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me have a plug in your verse or your introduction right there. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yep, this was more about Amber than it was me. All right.
That's weird.
We'll see you all for May 21st, 2023. Next video. Let's do this. How do I end? I'm like,
You're so not tech savvy at all. Like,
oh, there they changed it on me. So all right, here we go.